Pokemon sprites have changed a lot over the years, some for better and some for worse. However, today we are going to be looking at a mod that takes you back to the good old days of booting up Gen 2 on your Game Boy. That's right, today we are going to be looking at one of my personal favorite mods for PokeMMO, the Gen 2 Sprite mod. Hello, my name is Young Cabbage. Go ahead and subscribe for weekly PokeMMO content, and let's take a look at what makes this mod so amazing. The immediate hit of nostalgia that comes from booting this mod up is crazy. As you can see, I have the mod running currently. I'm in Viridian Forest, just doing a few encounters, and it literally feels like I'm just booting up my old Game Boy and playing Pokemon Crystal. The simplicity in their little animations, especially like this little Pikachu one, is so cool, and you have the classic back sprites that were used for the Game Boy as well. It makes battles unique and interesting, and honestly changes the way encounters feel in PokeMMO. Another thing that I wanted to bring attention to is scrolling through the Pokedex. Now, I know that we're all used to the Generation 5 sprites, however, so many of these sprites from Generation 2 have the coolest little animations and honestly make these creatures feel more alive than ever, right? Like there you can see Blastoise retracting his cannon, we have Raichu, just so many amazing Pokemon with great designs that we get to see truly come to life in an old-fashioned way. They've also even gone out of their way to add the different shiny forms into the game. As you can see here, here's an Alpha Charizard, and here's a Shiny Charizard. And if any of you have played Gen 2, you know that Charizard actually did not have its jet black color before Generation 3. Back in Generation 2, it had this funny Barney dragon color, and it's honestly one of the goofiest sprites I've seen in my time playing this game and with this mod. But just about every single sprite does have its shiny variant, and honestly, even just seeing the shiny Pokemon in this art style really gives me such a feeling of nostalgia, like I'm hunting for shinies in Pokemon Crystal again. I honestly am a big believer as well that these older sprites have more life to them than any of these other 3D mods or anything that we have gotten so far from the Pokemon Company or visual mods that were added into PokeMMO. Now you may be thinking to yourself, Cabbage, there are only Generation 2 sprites for Pokemon up to Generation 2, so why would I want this? And brother, let me tell you, you could not be more wrong. I just wanted to give a quick thank you to all of the talented and dedicated players. Because of them, we are able to have every single Pokemon adapted into this art style. They've put a lot of work into compiling, editing, and animating all of these different sprites to truly breathe new life into them and reimagine them as if they were Pokemon in Generation 2. Some of my favorites are going to be Love Disc for this silly little kissing animation that it has, Honchkrow for its newfound gentlemanly behavior, Excadrill for its genius rework digging animation, and Castform, whose sprite I actually created and animated from scratch. Again, something about just encountering Pokemon in the wild with this mod really gives you the feeling that you're rediscovering Pokemon and PokeMMO for the very first time. Even if you don't have early memories of Generation 2 and its sprites, PokeMMO and this mod are the perfect way to experience it for yourself, regardless of if you've played those older generation games or not. Now, one thing that I will note is that this mod is currently in development, meaning that all of the sprites aren't going to have animations or look as polished as they should. And yes, there is a long way to go. However, this amazing team has put so much love and dedication into bringing these sprites to life. And this brings us to the next part of the video. How can you help? The team is currently looking to expand and add new talented sprite designers and animators to its roster. Now, before you back out or get cold feet, I personally had zero sprite design experience whenever I joined, but I was passionate about bringing these Pokemon to life. However, with just a few quick pointers and constructive criticism from the rest of the team, I was able to design that little Castform sprite as well as its shiny variant. And if I must say, I don't think that they came out too bad. If you are interested in joining this project, there are two ways you can reach out. The first is simply going to be by joining this little team Discord. I will have this linked in the description below, and as you can see, this is where we post and upload all of our projects that we've worked on, all the different Pokemon sprites that we've finished, and give each other much needed feedback to make sure that every single Pokemon feels alive and vibrant. And the second way you can reach out is just by going to this forum post that I will again have linked in the description, made by Darkfisher, one of the members of this team. that will kind of give you an overall rundown of all the different sprites, what we're doing. It has credits if you'd like to know all of the people who are part of it, as well as links to the downloads so that way you can test this in-game and make sure that your sprites are working and looking well. If you are interested and want to use the forum post, simply scrolling down and asking to reply to this topic here will allow us to know that you are interested. Regardless, I did just want to share this amazing mod that I personally believe to be one of the most impressive displays of passion and love for this amazing game. But what are your thoughts? Will you be downloading this mod and giving it a try? Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks again for watching this video. I would also like to give a quick shout out to all of the YouTube members as well as Twitch subscribers. Thank you so much for your support and vote of confidence in my channel. I'll continue to do the best that I can to make it worth your while, but wanted to give you a personal thank you for your contribution.